Hello, everyone, and welcome to Influential Leadership Tips. My name is Dave Miller.
And I'm John Hadley. And today, Dave has a great point to share with us.
Today, I want to talk about the power of focus, especially as it applies to public speaking. Now, John, well, let me just ask you this, because I know, like me, you do a lot of public speaking. What was it like for you when you first did speaking to large groups?
Oh boy, it was all the butterflies going through your stomach. I was always worried about, am I aiming my material at the right level? Are people going to appreciate what I'm sharing? Are they going to say it's too obvious? Am I going to run out of material? Are my slides too complicated or too simple? A lot of different things going on in my head about how I am going to perform. Or am I just going to forget where I am and I'm going to be standing there staring at the audience and they're waiting for me to say something and I don't know what to say?
Wow, so a lot of questions go through your mind. And I had similar experience when I started speaking. And they say public speaking is up there. Fear of public speaking is greater for some people than their fear of death.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty significant. What hit me when I started my coaching practice was I did a lot of free speaking then to groups, and it would be in person. It would also be teleclasses and webinars, things like that. And I would find myself getting so nervous before a call, anything like that, where it was free. People weren't even paying money for this.
Mm-hmm.
Petrified. Then on the other side, I'd be coaching people one-on-one, and they'd be paying me significant amounts of money. And I was totally comfortable, totally in the flow, in the zone, if you will. So I started thinking, like, what's wrong with this picture? What is so different about the way I approach paid coaching versus free speaking? And it hit me. I started thinking about this. And with coaching, my focus is all about helping my client, focusing on helping them. I wasn't thinking about myself at all. When I spoke in front of a large group, I started thinking about some of the things you mentioned. Am I going to screw up? I started focusing on my own performance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what got me so riled up. So the fix was pretty easy, and it all has to do with focus. What do you focus on? I said, well, if I can have my focus be on the person I'm coaching in a one-on-one coaching session, why can't I just focus on the audience when I speak publicly and focus on helping them, which was my intent when I went to do the speaking engagement anyway, was I want to help the audience and make a lot of impact on their lives and their professions. And so that little change in my focus made a huge difference for me. So when I spoke, there might be a lot of people. I would say I'm focused. And whenever I felt nervous, I just redirect my attention to focus on helping them. I might even pick one person in the audience to focus on. And the rest of the speaking engagement went like clockwork.
In fact, I think that what you said at the end is a really good point. Picking one person to focus on, because sometimes it can be overwhelming. Just there's so many people. Am I addressing all of them? And when you bring it down to that level of just saying there's this one person, this one concern that I am addressing right now, that kind of gets past that.
Absolutely. And let me just say, it's normal to feel nervous when you speak publicly. Even people that do it professionally and have done thousands and thousands of people in an audience, large groups, that adrenaline is good to have. So it's not that I feel totally comfortable out there, but once I get started, and getting started is the hardest part in speaking, then you can feel more comfortable. You can play off the audience and all kinds of things. So those are just some things I wanted to share with this group. So I guess the takeaway or the homework assignment I would have for folks is think about an area where you feel that performance anxiety. In an area that you perform at and you don't have that performance anxiety, look at what's different about what you're focusing on, first of all. It could be what I just shared today, or it could be something else. Typically, though, I find if you focus on the other person instead of your own performance, you're going to do a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
That's my tip for this week. So everyone, have a great week. And in the meantime, be influential.
Great point, Dave.